Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Thursday. That means it's Pop and Bravo. And I'm going to talk today with my friend, Jolenta Greenberg of Hot MessTerpiece Theater. How you doing, girl?
Hey, I'm so glad to
Yeah.
be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Listen, you and I have a lot of shared loves because you love Bravo
Obviously, yeah.
and you love also TLC.
I do. I love that learning channel. I love to learn about the fiance visa process.
Just this week, I was talking to, God, it'll come to me, but it involved somebody talking about coming from another country, and I go, "Well, I actually know a lot about this." Okay, now I just remembered it was my hair lady, and
Mhm.
we were talking, and her daughter, they're from here, from Virginia. Her daughter has a boyfriend, and he is Indian, okay?
Mhm.
The parents came from India. The boy is, Indian American, but the parents are from India. So, the daughter who's been dating this guy for a year has never met the parents, and she starts telling me like, "Yeah, I don't know." He says, like, the parents are pretty strict, and I go, "Oh, well, they're never getting married." I said, "I hate to tell you this, but I know a lot about, Indian marriages from my programs,
Yep.
and, we got Indian matchmaking, we've got family karma,
Oh, yeah.
we've got all the people on our TLC shows."
Yeah.
And I said, "No." I said, They're never getting married." And she's like, "And he has to have kids," because she's like, "My daughter never wants to have kids." And I was like, "Oh, he has to
Oh,
have kids. He's the
yes.
only son.
Oh, yeah,
There's no
that's a
backup
lot.
son."
Like,
Like,
culturally, there's a lot of weight on his shoulders.
I said, "Not like Jenny and Sumit where there's a backup son that can give
Right,
grandkids."
right. They have the son with the age appropriate wife.
Yeah. I said, "They no." And she goes, "Yeah, I keep telling her. I keep telling her." She goes, "And he lied to his parents about what I do."
Ooh,
Because he told me that his parents culturally they want their child to marry into a affluent family. So she goes, "So me just being like master hairstylist at the salon for 25 years is not enough. He had to
that's
tell his
not,
parents
yeah.
that I owned the salon."
Oh, yeah.
And so she goes, But I don't." And that made me mad because I'm like,
Right.
"Why is what I do not good
Not enough.
enough?" I was like, "That could be on him. You could meet the parents and they could be lovely and,
Totally. That could be his, like, wrong assumptions,
yeah." But
hopefully.
it's so interesting talking to her when I was like, "Oh, something I know about that I've
Sadly,
learned."
I know a lot about
Yeah.
this.
I told her to watch Indian Matchmaking and to watch Family Karma.
Right, yeah, those are good ones that
Mhm.
show the dating process and the engagement process
Yeah. And then I
and how
told her,
involved the parents usually are, so it's
yes,
usually a bad sign if you're
yes.
being kept a secret.
And I said, "However, if they do get married, I would like to go because I'm obsessed with being able to go to an
I
Indian
mean,
wedding."
they look like the
Dying.
the best
How fun.
wedding ever, the best, biggest party, like, most fun. I've been to some semi-Indian weddings, and they are
Really?
just, like, the most fun, like
It's my
and, like, all the
dream.
colors, everything's so bright and beautiful, like,
Yeah,
it's
and the
just awesome.
outfits.
Yeah, everyone's wearing, like, the coolest, most beautiful clothes. It's much more of, like, a spectacle.
Yes, and so I'm dying to go. Somebody did send me on Instagram the other day, like, that you can go to an Indian wedding because some of these big weddings in India, they do want, Americans to come, you know, so they'll
Whoa,
invite you. And I go,
I did not know about this.
"It's a whole thing," she said. And she sent me like a whole like article about it.
Oh
And I
my
go,
gosh.
do I have to pay my own way? Because
Right, like,
I
if
don't
airfare's included, I would
is a nice hotel included? Because I don't wanna stay at, like, Jenny's apartment with her and Sumit,
no, no.
No, no.
She
Um,
doesn't clean very much, I hear.
mm-mm, she's just like, "Oh, I'm trying to be retired." I'm like, nobody
Wrong place, wrong marriage for that retirement.
this is my drop that I have here on, the show, which is Sumit saying, hold on, let me make sure it doesn't
Mm.
loop. This is great for audio. Um, this is Sumit.
We are not professional work people.
We are not professional work people.
I could tell by by the way you phrase that to me. Oh, that's so good. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see how the family cafe turns out.
Yeah, apparently dad is going, like, scooping water out of the toilet and using that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
what
I
is
saw in the
no.
preview we're using toilet water, and that's
Mm-mm,
a no-no, even if it's
mm-mm.
going through the espresso machine.
Well, I was like, because it looks like Cement throws out, like, a whole thing of potatoes that he boiled. I was like,
Oh,
"Well, if he
if
boiled
you're
the" No,
boiling it,
no, probably still not
probably
good.
you shouldn't, but, like, I don't know, the camper in me is like, I don't know, boiled water is usually good, right?
Are you a camper?
I mean, I was raised in Oregon, so, like, I was forced to be, but
Really?
yeah.
You've
Yeah,
slept in a
yeah.
tent outdoors.
Yeah, I've, like, gone backpacking, I've had to, like, carry gear and then, like, sleep in the gear and,
That sounds like
Actually, there's a
horrible.
documentary coming out about my high school because they had an infamous, Mount Hood trip that, all the sophomores used to go on. You go climb
Uh-huh,
Mount Hood in Oregon,
uh-huh.
and, there was a freak blizzard, and one group, almost everyone died except for, like, 2 kids that,
No.
that graphic detail warning, they, like, built a little, like, snow cave, and, like, the people at the bottom of the pile, like, barely survived, and it was like this huge tragedy in, I think, 1985, and I think HBO is coming out with a documentary about it soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got an email from, like, Alumni Affairs being like, "Just a heads up, everyone, like, we're gonna be in a documentary," and I was like, "Oh, whoa."
1985. Okay, so you
Mhm.
weren't in high school. I was in high school in
No,
1985.
my mom
Yes.
was pregnant with me. She remembers watching it on the
Mhm.
news when she was pregnant, yeah.
And then she goes, "This is the high school for my daughter."
And then she was like, "We're gonna send her here." Yeah.
Oh
But
my
but
gosh,
now
well,
they
that's
just make you
terrible.
go backpacking instead of climbing Mount Hood because that didn't go
Okay.
well. Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, tell me when that comes out, because maybe you can come on
Yeah,
and
yeah.
talk about it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, of
Gosh.
course.
Speaking of, I was on your show. Did that episode ever come out?
That episode will be coming out very soon, I think in the
Okay.
next, like, 2 weeks.
Okay, 'cause I figured you would alert me, but then I was
Oh,
like,
yes, yes, I
did I
will.
was
No,
like, "Did I miss it?"
you didn't miss it. It's coming
Yeah.
out soon.
You
It's a
guys,
good one. I'm very excited about it.
we talked about, Vanderpump
Right,
Rules and Stassi slapping Kristen, and what a different time to be alive that was.
right? It was back in the hanging out in the back alley at Sir days.
Yeah. Let me ask you, are you gonna watch the new Vanderpump Rules?
I was watching the preview for it last night, and I was talking to my husband, and I'm like, is this even Vanderpump Rules? Like, I'm probably
Right.
gonna look at it, but, like, it just looks like such a weird, cheap imitation where I kind of am of the mindset where I'm like, maybe if they changed the name, I'd be more inclined. I don't know why.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They coulda call it, Sir Rules or something,
Yeah,
they coulda
something.
just
Yeah.
yeah, because a lot of people felt that way about the Valley, like it was gonna be horrible. Not me. I
I
didn't.
was a little reticent, but then I love it. So,
I knew the Valley was gonna be good because I was like,
you're
"These are people we've
so
been
smart.
following for so long. It's gotta be good."
Right, totally.
But a whole new cast of people with no Lala, no anybody
There's
there as a through
not even a
line.
Peter sighting.
Really?
I don't think I saw one in the preview, and I was like, "I would have liked to just see Peter."
Just to know that Peter's still around, whipping these
Right,
young
yeah.
whippersnappers into shape.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, this is funny because I'm going to BravoCon next week,
right.
and what was funny is, 2 years ago in 2023, Peter was just every day, people saw him every day, just stand in the lobby of Caesars, like,
Oh my
trying to get
gosh.
recognized.
Oh, Peter.
Like, not over at BravoCon where it was at the Caesars Convention Center, I'm talking, like, in the Caesars Hotel just near
Just in
the
the hotel.
yeah, just like, "Yeah, uh-huh, I'm
Oh,
Peter,
Peter.
standing here." Yeah.
I hope it went well for him.
I hope we got a lot of photos. I hope a lot of
Yeah,
people, yeah,
yeah. I hope
wanted
he
to take
felt,
his
like,
picture.
seen and wanted.
Yeah, I guess he didn't wanna buy, like, a ticket to go over to the convention hall where people would definitely recognize him. He's just
Right,
hoping people
right.
would come in and out of the hotel.
Yeah, yeah, and I imagine, like, I don't know, I could imagine being a former employee and being like, "I don't wanna have to pay to get into, like, a company event," but
Right, why wouldn't they just give me a ticket? No, nobody got a ticket. I mean, a few people got a
right.
ticket. I did see a couple of a lot of people that, we know got tickets and got invited,
Mhm.
whatever. Not me, I just pay full price for 2
Right.
VIP tickets like a sucker.
Well,
Um,
you're a badass.
well, it's I just wanna go, and then I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get
I would say,
invited, so
like,
I'm just gonna go.
yeah, had I had my shit together sooner, I would have bought tickets too.
Well, we're going, and so many of the people that have been invited that I know,
Mhm.
like Ryan Bailey or Miguel
Right.
Luciano or other people, and they're unboxing their, Bravo box that they
Yeah,
got.
I saw Ryan Bailey's video this morning.
And, by the way, everybody, just quick plug, I am hosting a party with Ryan Saturday, November 15th
Oh my gosh.
at Hard Rock Cafe before Amy's Cabaret Me event. So come to our event. It's free. Click the link. Just make sure you click the link so we know you're coming. Okay, that's a secondary thing.
That sounds very
But
fun.
everybody opens up their things, and then I saw, like, Bravo by Brett and some other people that, like me, that, like, didn't get invited, doing, like, fake unboxings.
Yes.
And they have, like, an Amazon box that they wrote Bravo on, and like,
Right,
"Let me see
right.
what's in here," and I was like, "God, should I do that to make fun of the fact that I just am like Rodney Dangerfield, I get no respect? Like,
It
should
would
I
be
do it?
funny. Yeah.
Do I have time? No, I don't. But I do have enough Bravo shit in here that I could make a
Right.
box, you
Yeah.
know, and pretend like I got sent the things
You
that I've
got
already
sent
purchased.
the merch
Mhm,
box. Yeah.
mhm. I mean, I'm literally, like, looking behind me.
Don't
There's
you
my
just have a
armband.
Bravo Letterman jacket lying around?
I don't. I don't, and I was a little jealous of that, I gotta
I
be
mean,
honest,
that looked cool, like, I'll be honest.
and that was expensive.
I was also, like, just impressed in general with, like, how much branding Bravo is doing this time around for
Mhm.
BravoCon. Like, there's the Bravo Reeboks collab where I was like, "Oh,
Who
I
who's
kinda
buying
like some
that?
of these I kinda like the Atlanta one because
Yeah,
it's different peach colors," and I was like, "Wait, I like that."
I will be fascinated to see if there's a booth selling that,
Oh, yeah, I bet, yeah.
and then be like, "You got a size 7 back there? Yep, here you go," you know?
They
Or you
are
have to order
they
and they'll
were
send them to you,
they
and then
were
that kinda takes the
surprisingly cute, but yeah, I hope they have some there. That would be fun.
Okay, well, I'll be reporting every day from
Oh my gosh.
BravoCon, so everybody just stay tuned. Some will be here on the free feed, and then most will be over on the paid feed.
Right.
But last year, what Ingrid and I did was we just walked around with my phone, and I'd be like, "Okay, here's what just happened. I met Margaret Joseph, and da 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 da, and
Yes.
she told me the name of her surgeon that did her amazing boob job, and da da da." And we would just do that, and then at the end of the day, Ingrid would put them all together for one big mashup. So some of that we're gonna be putting over here on the Pop and Bravo Thursday episode. It's gonna be something.
I can't wait to hear your reporting.
Now tell me, let's talk about TLC before we go into Bravo.
Okay.
Tell me on the TLC, what's your jam? What's your fave? What are you into?
I mean, I'm always like, always can't look away from Jasmine and Gino.
Right?
And I don't know if you've seen her social media presence lately, but I've been fascinated by it.
By her
It's
shaved head and
I would say
that
the shaving
yeah.
head, which
Mhm.
like I can relate to that. I had a really bad lupus flare that caused severe alopecia, and instead
Oh,
of
really?
having my hair fall out in clumps, I just ended up buzzing it because turns out it's way more traumatic, at least for me, to have your hair falling out, like, in fistfuls than just
Mhm.
buzzing it and looking kinda maybe a little sick or something. But
A good friend of mine texted me like 2 days ago that her sister has, cancer and she's in
mm,
chemo, and the same she said the same thing, that the hair was coming out in clumps, and she said, "So we just decided that was so upsetting, we're just gonna shave it."
yeah,
And I was like,
it's so
"Oh my
jarring.
god."
So, like, I totally get the shaving head. I also just like that she's going, like, the trad wife route all of a sudden, and she's,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
she's in these, like, frilly dresses, and she'll, like, be like, "Watch me cook soup or something for my spiritual husband, Matt," and she calls him her spiritual husband because she's still married to Gino, probably.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, "What is this Jasmine trad wife?"
Uh-huh.
I'm fascinated by this image she's trying to build where she's like, "I'm no longer the loose cannon from Panama.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
am Matt's spiritual life, making dinners for him in Florida."
Well, I'll be interested, at the reunion, to find out what is the status with the divorce, what is the
Right,
status with her, with Gino very actively trying to get her deported. Like, he's
right.
choosing vengeance over all. He's like, "I don't care if I'm married to her longer, I have to give her more money. I'm out to make sure she gets
Yeah.
deported." I was
Yeah,
like,
he's like, "I'm willing to risk being asked for, like, child support because I'm legally the father of this
"Right.
child in the state of Michigan. Like, I'm willing to risk that, like, if I can just really fuck up her life."
Yeah." And he's like,
It's
"Yeah."
dark.
He's like, "Yeah, she'll, once she gets those papers, we'll see how jolly she is." I'm like, Is
Jeez.
jolly a word we use to describe Jasmine?
Yeah. And, like, also, it looks like the reunion is gonna be another one where they have them all stay at a house together, and they tease her telling Gino, like, she's always loved him. I'm like, "What is happening?"
She's just trying to appeal to his masculine side to be like,
Right.
please stop this
Like,
bullshit.
"Stop
Which, by
trying to
the
torture
way,
me."
I think 75% of what those two have done has all been a plan. I think when
Mhm.
I think that they
Yeah.
got married, even knowing it wasn't gonna last, knowing that they can use this for clout to stay on the show, to continue to be on more shows, to be on The Single Life, to be on Last Resort,
Right. Just
all
keep
these
getting
things.
those paychecks.
Just keep it going. And, Jasmine can continue to be on HEA, and he can go on Single Life. I mean,
Mhm.
there's
Right, exactly.
more shows to come. So, and then they could go on Pillow Talk. I
Oh
mean,
my
so
gosh, yeah.
I think they got married knowing it wasn't gonna last and meticulously planned this out. Now, the only part of the wrinkle of that theory of mine is, would he allow himself to be talked about, his penis to be talked about so poorly on television, to
Ooh,
talk about how he wouldn't bang her ever?
I don't know if he meant for that part to happen.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's yeah, I feel like a lot of the sex stuff is what didn't go according to plan.
Yes. Remember she moved there and she's like, "I got these butt plugs." And he's like,
Oh my
"What?"
gosh, I forgot about that.
She's like, "They're small, medium, large.
I
Trying to
totally
get my butthole bigger for you."
I totally forgot about that. Wow.
Mhm.
Oh, and just the
Mhm.
toe I remember the toe sucking, like,
Mhm. Yeah.
oof, that
Yeah. Something.
that got away. I do
Mhm.
what do you think about Andre and Libby? Do you think they're just strategically shit stirring because they want some sort of, couples who live in Florida spinoff or something?
It is weird how they've tried to make these 3 couples like a housewives situation, right?
Right.
It does seem they're leaning a little more into making it more like a housewives than a TLC show, which I don't like. I like to keep my trash separate.
Right.
Um, what do I think about them? Now, I met them at a party, a
Mhm.
TLC party in New York. Andre and Libby were there. Lauren and Alexi were there. Lauren still had the braces.
Mhm.
Unclear, but it's very unclear. And then Brandon and Julia were there.
Mm.
She was not pregnant.
She
So it's
wasn't? Okay.
unclear where in the timeline was that we saw
Yeah, we have
them
no idea
versus,
when this was. Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can't, so I don't remember them, the 4 of them, like, hanging out like best friends at that time.
Mhm.
Um, were they fighting then? Were they not? Andre and Libby, I am happy to know that they have finally cut off most of her toxic family
Yeah, they were a mess.
mess, especially that, Charlie and his wife
That
and
brother, yeah.
and their OnlyFans, where you could just fully see he and his wife
Oh,
banging.
I did not know that.
Oh, just
Ah,
full penis in the
holy shit.
camera, full spread it out, let's do it,
Just full
banging.
banging.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay. New
yeah.
development for me. I love that.
Uh-huh, mhm. And so, obviously, he had quite a substance issue from what we could see on our television,
Right,
and
right, yeah, for sure.
it was good that they finally, dumped them. And, for them, because they've been married for so long now, the only show they can be on is Happily Ever After, unless they pretend again that they're gonna move to Moldova, which they're never going to do.
Which yeah, that's not gonna happen.
And we have completely dropped that storyline
Yeah,
about him
we've
losing all
totally
their money.
right, I
Mhm.
was like, "We're just not gonna talk about the house that looked like it got, like, blown out by a bomb," but okay.
Yeah, and I was like, "Why don't they buy that house? Why don't they move into that house? He already paid for it.
Right, just
Just pay a contractor to come in here and make it
fix
look
all
cute.
the cracks and get the rubble out.
Get the
You
rubble
should be
out, it'll
good.
be great. It'll be perfect for your children." Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think Lauren and Alexi, I think, weren't in on whatever was this plot that they were
Right.
doing at Lake Placid. I think that they were like, We're leaving. Like, obviously, you guys are trying to make us look bad." And yeah, I think it is true. I think that, Alexi probably did say all that stuff to Lauren, and she does have
Oh,
body
yeah.
image issues, and she did get a mommy makeover when was she is when I tell you in person, I mean, she is as big as this fan. I mean, she
But I was
is
gonna say, like, her body pre-mommy makeover would be, like, a goal body for me, so, yeah.
yeah, she's a tiny, tiny person, like, smaller than Julia, and Julia is also a
Oh,
tiny
wow.
person. Like,
Yeah.
she's tiny, short,
She's
and
like a
she's
little like, just a
tiny,
little tiny peanut. Yeah.
little wisp of a thing. And also interesting, Brandon is shorter than Julia.
I was actually asking my husband the other day. I was like, "Come in here. Is he taller than her or not?" Because I couldn't tell
Mm-mm,
in their,
mm-mm.
in their, like, title card picture
Yeah,
where they are, like, posing, and I thank you for confirming.
yeah,
Not that it matters that much. My husband's shorter than me.
he's a little fella. But now that we know that they've had all this strife on the show, I keep trying to think back. Like, were the four of them hanging out a lot? No, they really weren't.
Right.
But don't you think Yara is one of the funniest
Oh,
people
I
on
love
television?
Yara. Yara is so great. My
She's
husband and I
hilarious.
sometimes just walk around the house being like, "Jovi!" She's just always, "Jovi, why?"
The Mother Nature did not bless you, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
she's just
Yeah.
I think she's so funny. Like, I would see her do stand-up if she wanted to.
She's so funny. And this week when she was saying about s'mores, she was calling them Smurfs. And she's like, "What? It's like this that
It's like a
show with the blue
Smurfs, right?
people?" Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, "Do you have that here? The Smurfs?" And he's like, "That's Smurfs, and it's different than s'mores, which is something you eat." And she's like, "Whatever." But I like this
She's
week where she
great.
asked, Andre if he was sniffing glue. That was good.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and I like that she's, like, one of the only people not, like, afraid of him.
No, not at all. This is the kind of man she's used to,
Right, I was
you
gonna
know?
say she's from Ukraine, right? Like, she knows
Yeah.
how to deal with a Slavic, like, macho dude.
Yeah, and I didn't like that when Elizabeth walked off, she said, "Bye, bitch," to Yara in another language, Russian
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah, it sounded
and
yeah.
Yara goes, "Oh, she said 'bye, bitch' to me, but not in, like, the fun bitch way, in the bad
In the
way."
bad bitch. And I'm like, "Bye, bitch."
"See ya, bitch." No, it was like, "Fuck you, bitch." And I was like, "This is why they're trying to make it like Housewives, and I don't like
Mhm.
it. I don't like it."
Yeah.
But HEA is better than we thought it generally, HEA is the one that we dread the most, but,
Is
um,
yeah, it's usually one of the, like, slower and darker ones, but this one is it's
this one's been
firing.
pretty good, and maybe it is because they put all the what we call the Floridians together,
Yeah.
you know? Maybe so, but, a missed opportunity. Brandon and Julia went to Florida to get married. They didn't even show them there. Um,
Yeah.
Darcy, Georgie, Stacy, Florian, they're all in Florida. They haven't shown them. They could make an entire show just
Right, I
based in
was there are a
Florida.
lot they film a lot in Florida, yeah.
Mhm. Interesting. Now, are you watching The Other Way?
Yes, yes, I am.
Thoughts on Patia and Dylan? Patir, as we call her, Patir.
I'm I'm just I'm worried. I'm a little worried.
I'm worried.
I
Mhm.
just I don't like her so far away and with, like, no one that seems to see things her way. Like,
Mhm.
I worry about a isolated woman, you know?
I worry about a man that is counting his calories and macros 6 times a day and expects you to do the same,
To cook that for him and yeah.
and she's like, no." And he did say he eats kangaroo, and that upset me a little bit too.
Yeah, I think it is pretty common there,
Is
but
it?
I don't know. No, I mean, not really. I have friends from Australia who don't eat kangaroo and are like, "No."
But I mean
I know some of them have referred to it as, like, roadkill, like eating roadkill,
uh-huh,
because 'cause
uh-huh.
they're sort of like these giant, very aggressive vermin.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's crazy. I get maybe they could be like, it's weird they think if we eat, like, venison from deer, I guess, but, that was upsetting. He's upsetting all around. He's
he's just
upsetting.
yeah, he's so regimented in, like, a scary controlling way and, like, too tight with his mom a little bit.
Mhm. He is hot though, so
I would
he's
say,
got
like, yeah, he's a banging stripper. Yeah,
he's a
like, I
stripper
see the
slash
physical
contractor.
appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he's
Um,
literally the fantasy of, like, "Oh, will you fix my sink and also, like,
mm,
take off your shirt?"
yeah, yes. So the plumbers that come to this house, no.
Yeah,
Um,
like, never, never, never happening here.
do you get into Seeking Sister Wife?
I haven't done it. I'm a little afraid of it, and I don't know why.
Oh, well,
How I hear it's incredible.
I'm sorry to tell you that you're really missing out.
No,
You're
I think I
really
need
missing
to
out.
try it. I've been watching, like, recaps of it on TikTok being like, "I probably should watch the real thing."
Yes, yes, Seeking Sister Wife is great, but you gotta go back just start, look and figure out whatever the first season was, the Merrifields appeared. and
Mhm.
that this Garrick and Danielle, and that's what you
Okay.
need to see because they are on their 3rd try at a Brazilian
Oh.
wife.
Oh, great.
And
Yay.
this one they've gotten all the way to the States, and she is on a 90-day visa, so crossover.
So there is crossover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's again, missed opportunity, Matt Sharp. Um, okay, Seeking Sister Wife, and were you into Plathville, which I consider to be the best
I
show that's
have
ever been on
not I'm
television.
not into Plathville either.
Okay, well, let me tell you something good news for you.
Yes.
Starting November 19th in a couple of weeks, Keisha
Mhm.
and I, my co-host, are starting
Yes.
a rewatch.
Oh,
Now, I've
I
watched
gotta
every
listen.
episode. I'm a
Mhm.
scholar. I know everything.
Obviously.
I
Yeah.
know everything. I'm friendly with Olivia, who's our hero of Welcome to
Right, right. I
Plathville.
would say I know we love her, that
We love
I'm
her.
aware of that, yeah.
So Keisha's never watched one day, 1 minute. She's like, "Who are all these blonde white people?" I was like, "It'll
Right.
take you several seasons to figure out who's who." But we're gonna start a rewatch over on a Pink Shade Prime at a $10 level. You guys get on it because people are like, "Keisha's never watched it, and that's what's gonna be funny."
I gotta I
Yeah,
gotta I gotta get in on that, I gotta
you gotta
listen.
get in. You gotta get in.
Yeah, I'm
So
always a
this will be
little afraid of shows that, like, possibly glorify religious extremism, so I've always, like, steered clear of it.
right.
And
Mhm.
but I feel like I love when they become disillusioned,
That's what happens
like
here.
Sister Wives and what I hear happens in Plathville, so, like,
Yes.
then I'm intrigued.
Yes, and as you're watching it and the kids are young and they're like and you see like a fresh-faced Micah Plath who
Mhm.
later gets into a drunken coke-fueled fist fight at his sister's wedding, you're
Oh,
like,
wow.
"How far he's come. Look at him, just
Wow, wow. Oh,
fresh-faced,
well,
wanting to
now
sell his
that sounds
cows."
so interesting.
And
Yeah.
he's so hot, and he goes to LA and, like, becomes a model, like, I've seen him in my J. Crew catalog.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well,
and
this is
then
super interesting, though, yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. So you got quite a journey, and then you've got
Yeah,
Olivia, the journey of her, which is endlessly fascinating.
right.
So I hope I've talked you into it.
Well, I'm very sold, yeah.
Okay,
Totally
okay,
sold.
good. Well, let's talk about some of our Bravo people. Salt Lake City continues their cruise from hell.
Oh my
Now,
gosh. This
I
boat trip is incredible.
how are you with Below Deck? Because I dip in and out of Below Deck.
I watched Below Deck,
Okay.
and I was a little confused because this is like a crew in a location where I'm like, they're not down under, but it's the down under captain and it's the sailing yacht chief stew, and it's like
Okay.
Chef Ben from like the
From
OG
way back.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I from what I've gathered, this is the new regular Below Deck crew,
Okay.
possibly.
Okay.
And we'll be getting their version of it when that show airs in a couple months.
Yeah, they're like coming soon. I'm like, I'd like it
Right.
to air directly after this so I can have
I
a
was I
point
kinda thought they
counterpoint.
were gonna
Yeah.
go to the Med and be on, like, Sandy's boat before I understood what was happening, because that's the one that's, like, airing right now,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right, right, right.
but no, it's a different so that was a little confusing, but once I got over that, I was like, "This is great." It's so fun. It's really fun watching, like, 2 crews work, like, 2 2 television crews or casts
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
work together and, like, both acknowledge each other as peers, but also part of that cast is in a service role, so it's, like, really and I really like it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, like, if Heather Gay sees, like, whoever was hanging up her clothes at BravoCon in an
Right,
equal role as a Bravo Leb, right?
right. Or even just, like, they're fighting and they're, like, bickering, and then Lisa's like, "Right, Daisy, back me up." And it's like she's asking Daisy to back her up while she's, like, serving her a drink, and I feel like she's talking to her the way she might talk to her at, like, BravoCon or something, but
Right.
also being like, "Fill my drink." It's like,
You're
I
yeah,
love that.
there are layers, there are layers. That, well, I am so happy, especially this past episode we just saw on, Tuesday night. I'm so happy that Mary is really getting in there. She's really
Yeah,
getting in
yeah,
there, she's really participating. I'm really loving it because she's
yeah.
participating more than she's e ever participated.
Yeah, she's, like, inserting herself in ways that she would always just sort of steer clear or, like, go sit in a Sprinter van, like,
Mhm.
when stuff
The
was going down. I
yeah.
loved when she told Meredith she was boring.
She was like, "You're boring. If you have something to say, then say it, but I haven't heard
Yeah,
anything that's
yeah,
interesting."
and it's like, ooh, that cuts a little deep because they used to be pretty tight. They used to be the ones hanging out together,
I
so for
know.
her to be like, "I've decided you're boring and you don't offer much." And I was like, I was impressed. And then, of course, Meredith has, like, great responses where she's like, "I do very interesting things." Like, I love a pissed off Meredith.
I liked the scene of Lisa and Meredith in their bed with, like, the camera in the room filming, and
Mhm.
she's like, "You didn't back me up, and they were saying I started the rumors, and you didn't say anything." And Meredith is, like, obviously, like, hungover or pilled out, whatever,
Oh,
laying
yeah.
there going, "Oh my god, like, what else do you want me to say? God, I'm
She's like,
trying to sleep.
I didn't pile on. That's more than anyone else did." Like,
I just let it happen and just didn't agree or disagree. What do you want from me?"
ugh.
Oh my god, those 2. Well, I'm fascinated by the whole thing. I loved the zombie party. Thought that was fun.
Like, nothing I love more than fighting in costume and just fighting with a knife through your head. Like, it's
Totally.
ridiculous. I love it.
I
Or with,
loved
like,
it.
corpse face, you know?
And what about, everybody just hates Britney. It's like, why is she there? Everybody hates her,
I
even
feel bad for her and love her. I love that throughout this time, she has yet to be able to, like, read the room properly.
Yeah, right.
I was like, I love someone who just doesn't learn as they go along. It's so funny to watch.
And it was funny when they were trying to blame her, they were like, "Well, we saw Captain Jason coming out of your room. Are you like" and Braun was like, "I don't wanna be in our room because 'cause you're hooking up with crew members." I was like,
Like,
"What? What?"
they are just so willing to pick on her about anything she does. I definitely feel bad for her, but she seems to be serving some sort of communal, like, purpose to be the
She
person everyone shits on.
and she doesn't seem to mind it that much. Um, I will
Like,
say that
any attention is good attention to Brittany.
who was it? Was it Call Her Daddy that asked Andy who was the thirstiest Bravo celebrity? And he said Brittany Bateman.
Well, and didn't they did, like, a Vanity Fair cover where they had the housewives do a recreation of
Oh,
like,
Desperate
Desperate
Housewives. Yeah.
Housewives, and Brittany wasn't invited, and they were, like, all in bathing suits, but then she showed
Yeah.
up to a Vanity Fair interview in a bathing suit to be like,
Yes.
"Just in
I don't
case, here I am."
let's don't give it Vanity Fair. I believe it was People.
Oh,
I
it
think
was People,
I
you're
think
right.
it
I
was
was like, "Is it
People.
People or Entertainment Weekly?" I'm mixing it up.
Yeah, I think Vanity Fair is
It's not
just
Vanity Fair. I'm thinking of,
slightly
like, the
above.
Young Hollywood Vanity Fair cover
Yes.
probably.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's right, and she came to the interview in a bathing suit because she was like, "You guys didn't ask me to be on the cover, but here I am in case you need to
Here I am
I'll
in my
pose, you
bathing
can fill
suit.
me in."
It's
You
like
did see in that picture that, Mary is just in a full, business casual dress.
right, yeah, because Mary's gonna do whatever the fuck she wants.
She's like, "I not go" well, I can understand not wanting to put on a bathing suit, but put on, like, a caftan or something.
Right, right, make it
Yeah.
look like a cover up vibe.
Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm,
nope, she's just gonna wear what she came in or
mm-mm.
whatever she decided was
She's
her
like, "I'm on my
wardrobe.
way to church, and this is what I'm wearing."
Yep, Mary is her own woman.
Do you think her church is gonna come back?
I I mean, part of me likes that we just kind of don't deal with it because
Yeah. It's
I don't like
problematic.
thinking about it because, like,
Right.
I really enjoy Mary, and I feel like she's sort of become, like, the voice of the audience, and it's like, I don't wanna think about that. Also, she has a church that, like, is rumored to have its own, like, banking, like, loan program, so you can, like, take out loans to tithe to the church, like, I do think people are being taken advantage of. I think
Mhm, mhm.
it's a system she was sort of forced into taking over, but,
Yes.
like, perpetuating it isn't good. And like, I sort of sadly enjoy that we aren't focusing on it a ton so I can enjoy Mary, but, like, that is always at the back of my mind where I'm like, "Ugh, I do wonder if there's some religious abuse happening in the church."
Yeah, I think we've seen quite a bit of evidence of it, but, me too, I just wanna be blissfully
Right? And I
unaware.
know that's
Yeah.
bad, like, the social justice warrior in me is like, "What the fuck?" But also I'm like, "But Mary's really funny and, like, really I like her connection with Angie."
Yeah, I do too, and I'm like, "Is it a real friendship? Do they talk when the cameras aren't going?" God, I hope so.
Yeah, I know.
I hope so. Um, well, okay, let's talk about Potomac, okay? So, even
Mhm.
though Potomac is filmed here where I live, um and, I see these ladies sometimes. It's just not like my least favorite show, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they change cast too much. I don't know. But I watched it this recent one, and I'm going, "Okay, and okay." But I'm confused. Like, British lady, but, like, why are they all mad at this other woman, Angel?
Angel for face
Like,
tuning.
they're mad at her because she put up like a thinner picture of herself before she had kids. Like, who
Right, I
cares?
would say, like, she
Everybody
put up
does
a
that.
throwback picture where
Yeah.
she looked banging.
Okay, but why do you have to call her like a catfish? Like, and then
Right,
she's
yeah.
crying because I hurt her feelings. And then she talks about how rich her husband is all the time, and he used to play in the
He's a
NFL. And
10-year starter.
well, so they probably do have a lot of money.
Right, right. It's
Yeah.
it's very much sort of like we're getting into some, like, WAGs competition, which I
Hmm.
find interesting, but I do need, like, more explainers just because I don't know enough sports shit where I'm like, "I think starting is good. It sounds good,"
It's
but I
important.
I
Hmm.
did have to check.
Yeah, starting is important. And if you're starting, for 10 years in a row on a team, that's great. Now, does he
Right.
have CTE? We'll find out.
Right, yeah.
Um, that's not great. But yeah, now I'm kind of really watching it for the Wendy of it all because of her latest
Right. I
situation.
was gonna say, I feel like we're just watching it to see, like, cracks in Wendy or to see how, like, audacious she can be or, just, like, how outrageous she can be where we're like, "Oh, you're living a lie a little bit right now."
I know. I know. And I don't know if you heard this, and it came across like my podcast feed, is Carlos King, who I love, his
Mhm.
podcast, and he had Vicky on to talk about
Okay.
the insurance fraud.
Oh, right. That makes
Genius.
perfect sense. What God, he's great. Yeah.
Isn't that smart? Isn't that smart?
Of course, yeah.
He didn't know Vicky. He had never met her because he never, dealt with her as a producer.
Right.
So he was like really excited. And he had her on to talk about Wendy's insurance fraud. And she's just like, no, it's really bad. It's really bad. She's going down. She's going down. It's terrible. You can't do that. And she explained about it. You can't file the same claim with three different insurance companies, which is another
Mm.
thing. In addition to reporting things stolen that were not stolen and reporting a crime that didn't happen and all that, they filed with three different insurance companies. And Vicky's like,
Oof.
no, you can't do that. You got to, because you're gonna
You
get
just have the
payouts from all
one.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're also like, those 3 companies will talk to each other, and
Oh,
maybe that's how they got caught in the first
gosh.
place.
Boof. It's it's bad.
But Vicky said, if she was, like, looking at that claim and she saw the 18 items that were listed, and it was like a diamond ring or a diamond bracelet or a Cartier watch, and then a Louis Vuitton bag, and then, like, a Christian Dior wallet. She goes, "The when people list things out like that detailed, it's a red flag." And
Mm,
she
mhm.
said it was and anything over, I think she said anything over 8 items would be a red flag for her.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and she goes, and they had, like, 18, and then they're on, like, 14 felony charges, so I don't know if the other
Oof.
4 were, like, the items were below a certain amount.
Yeah.
But her husband sent me those emails saying, "Hey,
Let's, like,
make."
up the
Yeah, "Go look in your
number.
closet." Yeah,
Let's get it to the max
"Let's
that
get
we
it
can
to the."
ask for, like, it's just so bad.
And he's a lawyer.
And they thought just no one would look into it? It's like, you're already under a microscope on TV.
Yes,
Like,
right.
why put yourself under more scrutiny for fraud?
I mean, I feel like we say it every season of some show, like,
Right.
if you know you're going to be lying and cheating, don't go on reality television.
Right. I just the hubris never ends, and it's so interesting to watch, like, just watching the season knowing what we know, like,
I
it's
know.
just
So you're just like, let's fast forward so we can get to that black screen of death that will say, after filming, Wendy and her husband, da
yeah,
da da da.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. Because
they'll show
otherwise it
that, yeah, next
yeah.
to her.
I was gonna say, otherwise, it does sort of feel like the kids are running the show all of a sudden with maybe it's because Karen's gone,
Yeah.
where
Hmm.
I'm like, it just feels chaotic, and Giselle's trying to lead the show, but she just likes to sort of pick on someone once in a while, and, it's, and, I kind of love Stacy, even though they all hate her.
Stacey is the Brittany of that
Yeah, I
cast.
was gonna
Yeah.
say, I love her the same way I love Britney, where I'm like, "This girl cannot say the right thing."
Do
She's
you think
always acting a little shady.
do you think she and her husband really were in the process of getting a divorce? Or do you think he said, I'm not going to be on the show, whatever I do? And she goes, well, I'll just have a fake boyfriend. but you'll never see me touch him or kiss him or
I
anything." And her husband said,
that's
"Okay."
that's what I thought, but then also apparently TMZ said they, like, found that the divorce did go through.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on TMZ. So it's like, it does seem like maybe they did get divorced and got back together. But I'm not sure.
Her husband is the heir to what, like, the Fiat fortune?
Whoa, really?
Let me tell you, Stacy from look it up, RHOP, husband. Okay. TMO Rush is his name.
Mhm.
Um, I'm looking him up now, and I'll tell you what he does. TMO RUSCH, Audi.
Oh,
Audi.
whoa. Holy shit.
He's senior VP for sales operations of Audi of America, and I believe he comes from that Audi family.
From like, yeah.
hmm He's
Whoa.
a German native, and yeah, that it says he's worth a bazillion, trillion, billion dollars.
I bet.
Whatever. He has a base salary of 200K plus 108 bonus plus he earns up to 700,000 annually. Whatever. He's from Germany and his people are Audi.
Yeah.
So he's rich.
Yeah.
So why did they get divorced in the first place?
I don't
Why
know.
did they decide to get back together after she had the fake boyfriend?
It's very weird. It's very suspicious. And I like that she just like won't explain it and
Mm-mm.
just doesn't do it well either. And I'm just like, I'm here for this bad deflection, apparently.
She looks perpetually surprised to be there.
Yeah,
They'll say,
she's
"Stacy,"
just
she's like,
so
"What?"
stiff and like, like, I'm just like, I don't know why I find her so, like, endearing.
And I'm very surprised that they invited her back, but maybe they're and
Me
then
too.
they're, like, talking about her bad breath and all that, she's like,
Oh,
"Whatever."
that was so mean, and they put out, like, mints.
I was like, "Oh my god, now I'm worried about my bad breath."
I know, yeah.
Okay, so if even speaking of punching bags, let's go over to the OC.
Oh my gosh.
So, we have this episode where Heather spreads her dad's ashes in Amsterdam, and that was interesting that they got to go to the house and stuff. And it's
It's
interesting
cool.
too that her dad passed away, and now she's just fully like, yeah, he wasn't a good dad, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
'Cause he wasn't sold to us like that initially.
yeah, and so now he's gone. So it's like, well, whatever. And it was interesting that she's like FaceTimes her mom to be like, God, I'm in this house that you lived in. She's like, of course she's not answering. Of course she's not answering.
Right, yeah.
I bet
Her
all that
mom
was
seemed like a
sweet.
piece of work.
Um, I liked that on this episode, Heather showed Heather just really likes to do drugs, is what we're finding out.
Right,
She,
yeah, Heather's like, "Weed, weed, shrooms, shrooms."
yeah, she's like,
I'm like, she's, like, handing out shrooms to everyone.
yeah. And that was hilarious when they were in that place. And Sheena's like, do you guys hear the theme music? The
I
RHSA theme music?
think
And
that's
they
so
were all
funny,
like,
yeah.
what?
No?
I loved that. I loved it. I think, listen, Shannon, her wacky stuff does get old. I'm so wacky. I want to
Yeah, she
spend,
definitely plays it up for the
Mhm.
camera, but
Um,
it's also, like, not the most annoying thing on our screens during this show, so
right. Now, the Gretchen situation. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I feel like any of us that follow Bravo we've known this is coming. We've just been
Right.
waiting.
Right. Yeah. That's why I was listening to Watch What Crappens, and I feel like they have the same opinion as me, where it's just like, yeah, we've known about this for years. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't
It's
a surprise. I sort of assumed we were all just gonna overlook it or pretend we didn't care once she got recast. Like,
yeah. I think that I don't know what to make of her liking these things because I heard somebody on a podcast give a theory.
mhm,
When you come across something on your Instagram and it's a picture, but it's a carousel, right? You just
right,
like the first picture and then you keep going. Well, the fifth picture could be something terrible that you didn't see, or
right,
could be
right.
them with a political figure that you don't agree with. Something. So that's one theory. But her reaction was so wild that she was just like, so it makes me almost believe her because her reaction was so like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen this before. And I don't know what to believe because I do
Mm.
think that where I heard this before this aired months ago was that I do know Tamara told, a friend of mine in the
Oh, wow.
told a friend of mine, "Hey, this is coming. This is happening."
I just saw, like, in the blogs or whatever where
Yeah,
it's
because
like
I'm
it
saying
was, like,
Tamara
in
told everybody. Yeah,
2022 or whatever, it was, like or 2023, it was, like, Gretchen liked a bunch of these posts,
right.
and I
And
was like,
so,
yeah, I'm not shocked.
no, we're not shocked about that, but what is shocking is that we all knew that this happened at their
Mhm.
last dinner or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We all knew that it happened, and then what they did was they tried to trick us by putting up the face cards halfway through the episode,
Right, being like, "It's
knowing
over."
and we're like, "We know it's coming," and then it did, and then I do like how sometimes they pick up cameras, later and be like
Right.
have them all sitting on the couch listening to
Yeah,
this.
"Oh my god, look at the message I got."
Yeah, and listen to the blogger saying, "The whole time you guys were filming, I knew XYZ." And I do think a lot of that comes from Tamra. I
Oh,
do.
for sure.
I
I
do.
think yeah.
So that's why it's so hard for me to be like, Gretchen really liked all this, anti-gay stuff. It's hard for me. Listen, I don't know what Gretchen's beliefs are. I would believe that she liked it, okay, is what I'm saying.
Mhm,
She
yeah,
does appear to maybe be that girl,
right.
but is she stupid enough because she's on social media so much and makes most of her money off social media? Is she stupid enough to like all that stuff, knowing anybody can see what you like, if she's trying to keep it neutral to sell her cupcakes or whatever she's trying to
I
sell or
mean,
her
I
headbands, you
I
know?
think she is stupid enough. I have a more sinister view where I'm like, I think she's stupid enough. I think she wasn't thinking about getting back on the show or anything. I
Okay.
think
Good
and
point.
I think because I was like, this happened to like 2 years before she got rehired. So it's like, I think she was just doing her like MAGA thing, being like and I mean, I think a lot of people, especially at that time, were very much caught up in a fervor of like, we care about the children. And so I think like I
Mhm.
mean, again, I have a more sinister view of Gretchen where I'm like, if you listen to the words she chooses, she very carefully like does not ever mention trans people, only references the gay community and like mentions she
Mhm.
had a drag queen come to a brunch where I'm like,
Which
she's
was
not
2009.
yeah, and I'm like, she's
2009.
not saying she doesn't think trans people are dangerous to children, like this thing said, and she's not
Mhm.
like she's just saying like, I wouldn't think that. I
Yeah.
would believe she was on a little like, I care about the children liking spree and didn't really think anything of it and thinks of it. And I have a feeling that sort of rhetoric is often very much framed as caring about children, not like spreading hate.
Right,
And
right. I
I
gotcha.
think yeah, and so I think she just didn't really think about it until it came back up and was like, "Oh, shit. A
I
lot of
think
people
that's a
consider this hateful and not just, like, pro kids."
okay, now I'm looking at it differently. I can be flipped so easily. Um, I guess I'm looking at it from the Tamara angle
Mhm.
of if Gretchen what Gretchen says is true is that she had a forensic social media person go through and figure out that Tamara created all this havoc. Um, I don't know. I don't know. If these are
Tamara's
screenshots.
2 years before you get rehired, Tamara's, like, putting her energy into, like, faking screenshots,
Yeah. Well, I
maybe
think it'll be interesting to see what happens because if Gretchen's got this proof that this none of this came from her, all of this was faked, went into her account, so she didn't like any of this stuff. All of this was faked, and Tamara faked the dates and blah blah blah. If all of that is true, that'll be super interesting. Um,
yeah, if that but that also I mean, unless I'm wrong, like, that would imply Tamara's playing a long game and is like, "I just hate Gretchen so much that randomly, years after she's been off the show and a couple years before she's gonna come back on, I'm just gonna, like, make up random screenshots."
no, I think that maybe once she found out Gretchen was coming on the show.
Oh, you think she, like, retroactively did it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I feel like I first saw, like, a blog post about this, like, when they first were liked in, like, 2023.
Mm,
That's
that
that
could
I mean, maybe I'm making it up, but it's like, I feel like I've known about this for a long time. Like
Tamara could have told what I put air quote a blogger, which is just an Instagram person.
right,
Tamara could have told that person in 2023, and then just sort of like when she got rehired, just like nobody remember this shit. Well, let me hang on to it.
right.
Well,
And
it'll
like
be interesting to see
I
what
turn into
happens.
a conspiracy theorist where I think Slade and Gretchen have production's ear and have been promised like a rehabbed image and that like people were gonna be on their side. Like I I'm making shit up, obviously. But it's sort
Mhm.
of the vibe I'm getting where it's like, we're not gonna talk about Naked Wasted anymore. That's like off the table.
Okay.
And instead, we're gonna make Gretchen look really good. And anything negative that comes up, like we'll toss it in at the last episode and then say like it was fake.
I will say that I do believe that at that dinner with Katie and them, I do believe Gretchen got carried away with her own story and said, "God, you guys, I was so sick after that, I had to go to the hospital."
Oh
I
yeah.
do believe she said that. And why she couldn't just at the time go, "I don't know, I had 6 drinks." If I said that, I was just exaggerating. I didn't actually go to the hospital, but I felt sick enough like I could have
But
gone
I
to the
was sick
hospital.
enough that like some people would have. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why she couldn't go, "I don't remember saying that, and maybe I just, like, got carried away with my own story and exaggerated," you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
In the words of my dad, you'll say something, I go, "Dad, that's not how it happened." He'll go, "Well, it makes a better story."
Right. Right.
So, you know, I do think at that dinner she did all that, and I do listen, I'm not like a giant fan of Katie because I think Katie
Hmm.
also was kinda trying to play the blogger game
Oh, for sure.
and
Yeah.
get people in the OC to be her friend and then would drop them and clout chasing, this one's bigger than this one and all that, but I do think, uh, Katie probably secured herself another spot on the show.
Right. Yeah.
And you see when we see the preview for the reunion, we see, um, Jen and Katie talking about, you're trying to take my money by getting me kicked off the show."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanted to make sure I didn't get a paycheck.
Yeah, you didn't get a paycheck. It's funny too because you know that next time, if they're both on the next season, it'll be like, "Well, when we were in New York, you said," "and when we were in New York."
When we were in New
You're in New
York. I
York.
love
Yeah.
when we were in New York.
When we were in New York. I'm like, "And then you went on a show and said," then they'll show us, like, Watch What Happens Live. I'm like, "Why
Right,
can't we
yeah.
just."
Like, just say you told Andy on Watch
Yeah,
What Happens Live that.
yeah. But I guess it's just sometimes it gets too meta, maybe.
Right, right, that's true.
Well, because I don't watch the Below Deck, I will listen, I think it's great that they did this because now whatever the new Below Deck season is, I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Right, yeah. And I think Andy said on Watch What Happens Live, like, it'll probably be a 3-episode arc on Watch on Below Deck as well, so, like,
So funny.
they're gonna milk that content, and I'll probably watch it because
Yeah.
it is really funny.
I did see Bronwyn say that she slept on that deck chair because, there was also no
The
AC in the room,
AC.
it wasn't working, but I think from what I've seen on Below Deck, they won't allow you to sleep on the deck like that, I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
so that was fake.
Maybe she went up there late or yeah, like, early in the morning or something because that.
But there's couches everywhere.
Right, I would
They
say
can
also there's couches inside,
Yeah.
like.
Do you ever see some of those boats and you think, "God, I just wanna get on one of those and just really see what's doing." I really wanna, like, because 'cause I've seen yachts and you think, "Okay, that probably has, like, 2 bedrooms in it." But I've
Mhm.
never seen one that has, like, 4 bedrooms
Like
plus the
multiple
captain's quarters.
primary suites. Yeah,
Yeah, and then below, they have all the bunk rooms and full kitchen. I would really just like to go on one of those and see what's going on there
yeah, they're so cool.
with the staff and whatnot.
I know, I know.
Yeah. God, it'll never happen for me, I don't
I
think.
know, right? I was like, even at the discounted below deck rate, I
Mm-mm.
cannot afford that. The last tip they got was $40,000. I was like, I can't tip that much. I can't pay that much.
Heather McDonald said she got invited to go, and
Right.
they only were gonna be required to pay the tip at the end. So she was trying to find, like, some
Oh,
rich
wow.
couples to go with them to, like, split the tip or whatever. She goes, "But then you do still have to get yourself to the other country,
Right. You still have
eh,
to take go to the Caribbean or the Med or wherever.
wherever," and she goes, "And then spend the night, to get used to the time zone before you get on the boat, and then it's only really 2 nights,
Right.
and then you gotta pay them like,
It's like,
$20,000."
it's a lot.
Yeah, mhm. She's like, "Yeah, it's not maybe," but I guess if you just wanna be on TV, maybe it's worth it, you know?
I do think the
Um,
charters are shorter than your average charter, the 2 nights.
yeah,
So, but yeah, so it's like get a little taste.
um, poor Angie, I was like, "Could somebody give her an IV of Zofran?" Like, what
I
was
felt so
happening?
bad for her. That's always just the saddest.
And then Brittany got up and puked during dinner
Oof,
and then came right
so
back and
rough.
started chugging tequila.
I mean, I was impressed. I wasn't like worried or judging her. I was just like, shit. I could not have done that.
I was like, girl, maybe stick it to some water, maybe some ginger
Yeah.
ale.
And her
But I think
her explanation was, "I wanna feel better." It's like, "What?"
you got Salt Lake City, I think, is the best one. But Beverly Hills is coming up.
I know, and we got teased that, like, Kyle may admit she's actually bi, which is
I,
always exciting.
again, just like the Gretchen being MAGA, big surprise.
Right, it's like, "Guys, we always knew." But, yeah,
Everybody's stunned,
she had a
Well,
literal girlfriend on the show that, like, she wouldn't quite call a girlfriend, but still.
I know. And she says that's because Morgan didn't want to talk about it. I was like, okay. Well, that'll be interesting too. Well, you and I'll
Yeah.
have to get back together when Vanderpump starts back. And because, like I've told you, that's Vanderpump is my gateway Bravo drug. And I just am going to
Right.
be,
I'm so curious what it's gonna be like.
if it gives the Valley and it gives us like a renewed love of Sir, that nasty, nasty restaurant with that disgusting
Those goat cheese
bathroom.
balls.
Yes. If it gives us a renewed want to make goat cheese balls in our own kitchens, then okay. But if it's a bunch of new people that I can tell are all just acting because they wanna be on Vanderpump Rules, then
Mhm.
mm-mm,
If it's reminiscent too much of, like, Southern hospitality, I don't know how much I can do.
I didn't watch that one.
It's just I tried, and it's very much like trying to be Vanderpump, but, like, they're all too self-aware and trying to start their own Instagram DJ careers and stuff.
Yes, yeah. Southern Charm's coming back, I saw that.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mhm. I saw a trailer for that. My daughter walked through the room and goes, "Is Catherine Dennis still in jail?" I was like,
Oh, poor
I don't."
thing.
I was like, "I don't know, bless her heart. I don't know. She's
Yeah,
had some problems. I don't know."
I feel bad for her.
She needs yeah. She needs a year-long treatment center.
Yeah, yeah, she needs to just get away from her environment and be helped, and
Yeah.
yeah.
She has to look at the Ravenel Bridge every day.
I mean, I was gonna say, I hate that she is tied to him for the rest of her life
I
because
know.
I think he was a full piece of shit, but yeah.
Fully part of the problem of
Oh,
hers,
yeah,
I would
100%.
assume. Thomas! Um, all right, Jolenta, tell everybody all about your show and where they can find it and what's coming up next.
It's Hot MessTerpiece Theater,
Mm,
where we take reality TV seriously like it is real art because it is. It's
mhm,
just it's the same stories we're always telling.
mhm,
And I talk to really great guests like Mary Payne about their all-time favorite reality TV scenes, and we break down why they're so great and compelling and why we can't get enough of it. And Mary
mhm.
Payne's episode about Vanderpump is coming up in a week or two.
Mm, okay, that's exciting. That's exciting. I love how much you, like, record in advance.
I
Like,
mean, I try. It comes in
that's
waves.
yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I was supposed to record a couple of, in advance 90 episodes since I'm gonna be out of town next week, and then the
right.
screeners were late, and it's like,
Ugh, well, that, like, dictates everything.
yeah, I'm running around like hair on fire. But I'm thrilled to talk to you. And you guys also, today on Thursday, there's going to be a bonus episode where I'm going to talk with Megan O'Brien, who owns this company called Ring My Bell. She's going to have a booth at BravoCon. So part owners of her company are Cynthia Bailey,
Oh,
Luann, Meredith, Gertie, and she does all like if you go to her Instagram and stuff, it's all housewives glam and stuff that she does.
oh,
And
cool.
so she's going to come on to do a Bravo episode as well to talk about kind of what it's like to be around all those women, like, doing the glam and stuff, which I'm fascinated by. I'm like
Awesome.
yeah, and I'm like, "Can you give me any tips? Because 'Cause I'd like to look 20 years younger as well."
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, how
Mm,
should I be doing my eye makeup?" Like,
yes,
yeah.
not this. Slapped it on 4 seconds before I came on here.
Yeah,
I'm like,
not in a frantic dash.
that I got for like, for free in a gift box somewhere.
Right, yeah.
Everybody make sure you're following Jolenta. You can find her at Hot Masterpiece Theater and also at Jolenta Greenberg, right? Or Jolenta G, is that what it is?
Jolenta_G on Instagram.
Okay. And, I'll be on, in a couple of weeks, but I'll post about it whenever it comes out. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.